As one community, we have engaged in an interactive discussion on how to enable and strengthen micro, small, and medium enterprises.
The right kind of entrepreneurs we need at this time of development of ASEAN, which is at around 50 years old, are entrepreneurs who are risk takers, who are always seeing opportunities within ASEAN, and entrepreneurs who always have this mindset of thinking that going together will get us far and more sustainable than actually going alone, which generally is actually very fast but not necessarily as sustainable as we were to go together. So we're entrepreneurs with a very collaborative mindset that has understands their role in the region and wants to support the development of the region.
One of the legacy projects of the ASEAN Business Advisory Council for this year is the creation of the ASEAN Mentors for Entrepreneurship Network, or AMEN. The vision of Mr. Joey Concepcion is to create one of the largest pool of mentors ASEAN-wide, or if not globally. The goal of AMEN is actually to organize and institutionalize the formation of this network among the many organizations that has MSME development programs. The potential of this AMEN is really to optimize the different capacity building programs of the different organizations. We aim to coordinate and synergize these programs so that it will have the maximum effect on our small players and to handhold them to make them global. So I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to become a mentor champion. We're going to come to you, we're going to invite you and to be part of this movement towards prosperity for all.
The best way for our micro, small and medium enterprises to internationalize is indeed through two important platforms. And that's through the digital way, that is e-commerce, and also through what you call integration of our micro, small and medium enterprises into the global value chains. And this is indeed something which ASEAN as a whole entire economy tried to put in place to what we call the ASEAN Digital Marketplace. And in fact, what we have done is to provide the portal for our micro and small and medium enterprises to trade. And I would imagine that the other way of putting into this integration of our micro, small and medium enterprises to internationalize is very much into the global value chains. And this work is very much pertinent as we move into integrating our SMEs into the value chains of the multinational corporations. This could be done through speed, through efficiencies of the multinational corporations, and also to make sure that our micro, small and medium enterprises ramp up their capabilities in terms of conformance to standards, conformance to the quality that is required by the multinational corporations, and also at the most cost-competitive pricing.
To widen financing for MSMEs, we need to look at the current status quo of increasing access to finance to MSMEs. If you look at what is traditionally accepted by banks in terms of collateral, usually it's hard collateral, which MSMEs do not have in order to tap into financing. With this in mind, we really need to strengthen the enabling environment, particularly the legislative environment, to push reforms that will enable MSMEs to increase its access for finance. Fortunately, within the Philippines, we have what we call the P3, which provides funding for startups. However, it's inevitable as MSMEs go up to the growth stage, they have to tap into formal borrowing. And this is the financing gap that the legislative reform needs to address. Currently in the Philippines, we have what we call the Secure Transactions Reform, which is the Personal Property Securities Act. This act aims to bridge that financing between the startup phase of an MSMEs to the growth stage in order to achieve a more sustainable operations and growth for MSMEs.
The business model that will ease more young entrepreneurs into the business. could be technology and inclusive business, franchise, and innovative solutions that link to the multinational corporation. Those businesses include digital content, financial technology, e-commerce and marketplace, and other innovative solutions that address the various sectors such as agriculture, education, transportation, and so on. Leveraging technology and data will bring young entrepreneurs to the same playing field with a well-established business. But inclusive partnership between the two are very critical for both to have a sustained growth.
So this is the pledge of the alliance that is being formed today, to focus on the 3 M's: mentoring, money, and market.
We hope that today's summit will help push further discussions on innovation as an important step to deepen and sustain the ongoing process to create an innovation ecosystem and foster inclusive innovation and entrepreneurship in the country.
By focusing on the 7 M's, we have learned how to minimize risk, maximize opportunity, manage potential, and master productivity. It's now time to make our move to make a difference towards shared prosperity in ASEAN. This has been the ASEAN 2017 MSME Development Summit